video games.
Yeah, buddy. Daddy's got to pwn some noobs. And when he's done, we'll go make a Lego airplane. What's up, guys? Larry Legend here, bringing you the first half of the FNGs versus Legends scrim match, competitive style. Yeah, I like to stun myself right from the get-go because it keeps me fresh, keeps me chipper, keeps me awake, and I like to give the other team a kill when I stun myself, and I'm stupid. So yeah, there you go. So this is the first half of the domination match when we played TmarTn, Woody, Onslaught, Bendro, Dunkus, Bash, LOL, and they're in a scrim match, or competitive match, I guess you could say. And really, between the two videos, between this video and Woody's video, you guys can hopefully see how huge of a difference that C-spawn makes for this match. Now, this isn't something that I've really ever noticed before in pubs, because we rarely ever run into a six-man team that play the game, I guess, I wouldn't say the way that it's supposed to be played, but the way that it can be played, which is super competitively. Everyone's got the try-hard pants on, or the try-hard undies if you're Mr. I Try Hard. Just kidding, buddy, I love you. And, that's just something that we haven't seen, and, we haven't played that way, especially when you've got friendly fire on, no kill streaks, your teammate carries you into Semtex like Mr. I Try Hard did there. Thanks, buddy. That's why I threw you out that panty comment. But, yeah, that spawn is huge. And it was definitely these games that we played against these guys were definitely a learning experience. They were very interesting to see. I mean, obviously you always, whenever you play against someone you respect or you watch, you follow, you want to know how they play. And I've played with Onslaught before, and I knew he was a beast. I knew he's damn good at this game. And not saying that I doubted anyone else, but when you haven't played against them, you can't really gauge, how things are. And these guys were all legit, and you can hear from their callouts. Their callouts were on point. And that was another thing I learned watching Woody's live callout videos and TmarTn's live callout videos were, some of our callouts were the same, but some of them were different. For instance, they call what I call top server, where I'm throwing that Semtex right there. I call it top server, we call it top server, they call it war room. So that was interesting, and I can see how war room would actually make things less confusing because we use top server in a few different maps. So that was one of the other things I learned. I guess I'll talk about the gun that I'm using and the class setup. So we had played on firing range twice, and we got just straight demolished, as I get demolished right there. But we just gotten worked over, and it was not fun whatsoever. And I didn't have classes that I felt were appropriate for the game, the scrim, how we're doing. Right here you can see I was about to cap A, and Mandela says that he's capping Bravo. Tried to get in there, but he had already capped it. So yeah, but I didn't have classes set up the way that I wanted to, and I didn't have flak jacket on a lot of classes, which is huge for domination, especially when it's grenade and stun crazy. But I knew that we were going to be doing a lot of running. I mean, we did that on firing range, which really isn't a big map, but when you're getting your spawn pushed, that kind of sounds creepy. I get a little three-piece right here. But yeah, when your spawn is getting pushed around and you're constantly moving and you're not using equipment like tack inserts or anything like that, I knew there was going to be a lot of movement for us. So I went to put Lightweight Pro on a weapon, and I did not mean to put it on the Commando, but that's the weapon that I put it on. Again, because I went a little semi-retard there. So, and it actually worked out. I did quite well with the Commando and Lightweight Pro, which I was kind of surprised at. I don't really ever use Lightweight Pro, the perk. I tried to get, got the Pro perk, and usually it's just for CTF. But I tried it out on, I don't know how I lived right there, but I will take it any day of the week. Sorry to keep breaking off here and talking about the gameplay. But yeah, so I don't use Lightweight Pro that often unless it's CTF. So when I put this on, I wasn't sure how things would work. I didn't have a 74U class, which is why you can see me swapping out my launcher, because there's no use for me to have a launcher on any of my classes. We weren't using kill streaks or anything like that, and I get killed sitting in the corner. That is why you don't camp. I'll tell you what, it was tempting to try to lay down a claymore, but you know, we didn't do it. We played it straight up, just the way we were supposed to. You know, we made an agreement before the game started, but man, I wanted to at some points, just to get that extra leg up. But yeah, so Commando Pro works out pretty well for me, or Commando Pro. But Commando works out pretty well for me using the Lightweight Pro. So I'd tell you guys to give a run at it. Is it as effective in pub matches? No, not really, because there's constant UAVs up. But in a competitive match like this, it's all about callouts, all about team communication. And right here, I'm playing a little Pika Larry gets pooed on right there. I hate that. I hate that top war room or top server, whatever you want to call it. I lose every gunfight around that thing because I don't know. I try to play peekaboo and it never works for me. As you can see, Bendro kind of pooped on me there. And I don't know if you guys noticed it or maybe missed it in the kill feed there, but Verbal had just gotten a double and a triple and saved Bravo for us, which was super redeeming considering how he played like a Helen Keller on the firing range match, the TmarTn live call-out video, which you guys hopefully have seen. So definitely go check those out. Live callouts. I apologize that I didn't have or record anything for live callouts for this match, but it's just not something that I can do that easily. We played this game late at night, so I guess I kind of have no excuse. But my setup is really I play in the living room, so I have, you know, my PVR, my Xbox, everything out there, and my laptop can't handle editing or anything like that. I can basically just use that as a byproduct of recording. So I record off of my PVR onto a external hard drive, and then I transfer everything over to my main computer, which can handle editing and things of that nature. Right here, epic failure. That's why I don't ever knife, because I fail at knifing. I can't even panic knife, so I panic spray. That's what I do. I panic spray. I don't panic knife. I just can't do it. It has nothing to do whether I'm on a tactical setup or the default setup. I just can't do it. So as you can see here, we've got fairly good control of, or we had control of Bravo, but we're doing pretty well trying to push them back into Charlie there, or you know, push them back into Charlie so we can recapture Bravo. And as you can see, we kept spawning on, you know, this particular side of the map, which is really not the worst spawn point, especially spawning there. Now, if we spawn all the way back at, look at that, Woody just corner cut the shit out of me. But you know, it's not the worst side of the map to spawn on because of where we were. Now, right here, it's not as beneficial, but we were able to cap Bravo right there, push them back. They cap Charlie. As you guys can see earlier, we capped Alpha, which forced them to cap Charlie, and then we were able to come in and sneak on Bravo. So all in all, it was a hell of a lot of fun. We ended up playing, along with the firing range domination, we played this match domination, and we also played CTF on Hanoi, or Hanoi as I like to call it, and we also played CTF on Havana. Now Hanoi was pretty close. I think we ended up going into overtime and we lost in the last round there. I guess that's how it played out. But Havana, we got worked, and we were talking about it. I believe it might have been in the podcast or after the podcast. I really can't remember there, but these guys were getting so frustrated with the way Mr. I Try Hard was defending our flag that in Havana they were at, I believe it was A spawn, and they were sitting back behind the artillery. It was Bash and TmarTn, and there was no way to kill those guys. I mean, they had that flag defended for days. So hopefully they get to post up those live calls, because I think from what Woody talked about, they're supposed to be pretty funny. As the match here is winding down, another reason why I wish we had live calls, you guys could have heard. You know, we were cheering along like little fanboys, just so proud of what we were doing. There's no way for them to really come back and win at this point. So I was running around here and I want to get the last kill cam, try to be a little cheeky, I guess you could say. And I get onslaught right here, and I notice they're coming in top server, so I come back, try to do a little halo jump, catch Woody, and bash poops on me. So there you go, fellas. That's the match. Hope you enjoyed. Laters.
Ha 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 ha. Nubbies, get pooped on.